So, where were you on the night of February 24th, huh?
I was just backstage getting ready, man. Like, I don't know what the problem is here.
Stop playing games with us, damn it! So yeah, tell us about the night. Come on. Alright, well that's the first attempt at a skit intro.
Welcome back to 2 Six-Packs and a Mic. I'm your host, Ananta Zaman. Today we have 3 absolutely wonderful guests with us.
Wow.
Neil, pedophile stabber.
Stabber.
And counterfeiter.
Yep.
And dealer of...
Attempted stabber. It wasn't a murderer this time, unfortunately. I tried. Yeah.
We also got Tim.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, professor of economics, singer, songwriter, colorful person all around, Nira Hare Krishna. So,
wow.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
Totally didn't raid your house.
Nope, not at
Oh,
all.
that's fine.
Home invasions, haha, what's that?
It's better than
that's a
driving
listen, I'll
30
take.
miles to your house. Or it's too far away from me.
That's fair enough. So today's theme, I guess, we wanted to dig into TJ's drama. And we're not talking about the snakes. No, we're talking about theater. Nira, why don't you give us like an overview of what TJ Theater is all about? Something that you would tell like a freshman if you're trying to convince them to join.
Okay, like yeah. So I guess first and foremost, like TJ Theater is a family. Like I've always just loved the rehearsals, and I know I had to spend like hours after school, but like everyone is great. They're all so supportive. And I remember like my first rehearsal, and like, you know how like when you're walking down the halls, you can kind of tell who's a freshman, who's a sophomore, who's a junior, kind of like, you know, like,
these days not so much, but yeah, I see what you mean.
So in general, say that you could tell, like in theater you really can't. Like I know like there would be like a sophomore, so like Valerie, like she played Jane. She's very small, she's my child, she's super sweet and amazing. And then there's Josh Mutterpearl, who's Bert, and he's like a lot more, I guess, like, I don't know, like mature. Like you wouldn't like, when I first saw him, I thought he was like a junior, because I knew he wasn't a senior, because like I would have known him otherwise. But I thought it was a junior. And then my friends were like, nah, he's a sophomore, and I was like, what? And so basically, like, you know, we're all just a family, and like there's like, in a way, I guess we're all kind of like equal to each other in that way. And so TJ Theater is just a place where you can sing, dance, act. It's kind of amazing. There's a lot of people involved when it comes to a production. Like there's like my theater class only has about 11 people, but like ensemble was about like, I want to say like 60 people in total or so. So it's just a big family.
Alright, so if our audience doesn't know, Nira was recently in production of our TJ drama production of, it was Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
And she played Miss Glory.
Yeah, thank you.
So how did you kind of get into that?
So I've been doing sirens and show choir since sophomore year. So I knew I couldn't do drama just because of the after school commitment, like sophomore year and junior year. I just knew I wouldn't have time. So senior year came around, and my friend Aditi and I were like, dude, we're doing this. Like, no more excuses. So we signed up for the Sign Up Genius like audition, and then we auditioned, and then we got a callback. Like we both got callbacks, and I was like, wow, a callback, what? And so the callback was so interesting just because I had no idea what to expect, right? So at first there was all these like experienced TJ drama people that have been doing TJ drama since like their freshman or sophomore year. And so Miss Matthews would like come up and she's like, okay, like do this scene. And this was during the time when she was also casting for Peter and the Starcatcher, which was our fall production. And so there was just people like, you know, reading the script for the first time, and there were like amazing actors and actresses like Olivia Johansson. She was
She's the evil man.
She's
right?
yeah. She was Miss Andrew for Peter and the Starcatcher, or no, for Mary Poppins, and she was also a kind of villainous character in Peter and the Starcatcher, but like I saw her like reading through the script the first time, and I was like shook at how good she was, and I was like, oh my god, how am I don't want to act in front of all these people. I don't know what I'm doing. But luckily she didn't ask me to like read the script or anything, but she did ask me to like sing and stuff, so I think she's testing out like my voice range, what I would be good for. I remember walking on to, before callbacks, like the first audition, I walked up onto stage and she was like, how tall are you? And I was like, oh my god. So I'm kind of short, like I'm 5 feet. And so I was like, great, that's great. I was actually casted as the understudy for both Jane and Michael, probably because of my height, not because of my talent. But I forgot what your question was.
It was a brilliant answer nonetheless.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will extend off of that. So like you were going into like being a newcomer
Yeah.
in this whole production. How was your experience? Like you kind of mentioned like being nervous in like in a crowd full of experienced theater men and women. Is there any experience that you care to share, like specifically about that?
Oh my god. Okay. Oh,
Such
there
a
are
newbie?
so many. I think like the whole like newbie thing didn't like so much cater to me just because of choir, and there's a lot of overlapping between like choir and drama. So like I had a lot of people that I was already like really like Kanvi and Anisha, they're like my best friends. I had Kanvi was stage manager, so she kind of took care of everything, like everything. Anisha was Michael Banks, and then I also had a Didi with me, and then there's Evan Strong. He was
so good.
he was what's the name of the oh my god
The
oh my god
The dad.
no I know that, but like the first
I just know
name
his beard.
I know it's Mr. Banks. It's Winifred Banks and
Wilfred.
no
Bruce.
wrong
Joffrey.
Incorrect. Okay, we're moving on, but he was Mr. Banks, and so I had, and like he and I are really like close too, and I had Amon, and like I met Pablo, and I met all these people, and so just like with all of their support, it was like just really nice going through rehearsals. But I guess like one like really interesting rehearsal was we were blocking supercala, or like I don't want to say the entire supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, right? So that's kind of like my scene in a way, because like it's set in the talking shop, and Mrs. Corey is the owner of the talking shop where you can buy words and letters and back chat and conversation. So
We could use that.
yeah, I have a lot of chatterboxes in my shop now and then, but so we were trying to figure out like the ending pose, and so Ms. Matthews was like, we should do like a lift, like we should get you like guys in the air, and I was like, oh, all right, I can do it. I was in Mex, I can like, it's all right, okay, no problem. And so she wanted me in the center, like kind of like I guess like a level above Mary Poppins and Bert.
Mm-hmm.
And so she was like, we can, how about, they were talking about this like one specific lift that they did in Peter and the Starcatcher, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, I wasn't part of the Peter and the Starcatcher.
Mm-hmm.
But basically the lift was like one person has their hand like this, so there's two people, and then I step on their hands, and then they lift me like that. And so, like, I'm, like, all the way up in the air. And the first time I was like, nah, man, there's no way I can do this. I don't know what you're talking about. But it was, like, all ensemble, just,
Cheerleading.
So, like,
Yeah.
it was a cheer lift. And so it was Anthony and Evan. And I was like, oh, my God. And then Arthur Brown was spotting me. And the amount of times I fell into him. So,
Just having
Falling
those
into
big
his
arms.
arms.
Man, I'd pay for that, to be honest.
So,
Those are scary, though.
the first time I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And Miss Matthews was like, just go for it, man, just go for it. And I was like, okay. So they try to lift me up, and I just literally fall backwards. And I was like, man, this isn't going to work out. And so then Jenilyn, who was a cheerleader, she's like, no, okay, it's okay, I can show you. And I was like, why didn't we do this first? Why did we have to experiment with me when there's a cheerleader in the midst? So she like did it like 3 times. And I was like, wait, no, can you do it like one more time, man? So, and then like, we did it, and they finally got me up, and I was like, wow. So even when they got me up, I kind of fell, like, lost my balance, but that was really, because it was literally all of ensemble just looking at me and my terrifying face.
Yeah.
And then after that, we had to figure out how we were going to put me down, because at first what I did is I kind of just, like, fell into Arthur, and then he would put me down. And Miss Matthews was like, nah, that's not going to work. And so Jenilyn was like, we can do, like, some cheer, like, drop-offs, and I was like, really?
Triple backflip. It's that
Really,
easy.
can we? And so, like, she showed me, like, so basically the way that, like, she recommended that we get down was, like, what they do is they kind of, like, lift me. So I'm already up, and then they lift me up more, and they let go. So, like, I go up, and then I fall into their arms.
Okay, yeah.
And so I was like, there's no way I can do this. At least I got up. I don't know if this is too much to ask for. And so, while ensemble is still surrounded, looking at us 4, trying to figure out this lift, Miss Matthews was like, man, you can do it. Come on.
Was this all in one rehearsal?
Yeah.
Well, you know how long rehearsals are, so there's plenty.
Yeah.
And so I was up in the air, and then Anthony and Evan were like, okay, ready, 1, 2, and I'm like, no, put me down. Let me like kind of like breathe and like we can try it again. And so So it was actually really fun, like once I got the lift and then once like I dropped down and everything. And then she ended up cutting that lift. So
Well,
it didn't happen.
that's a shame.
But I have a video of me like just a perfect like lift and drop. So there's at least that. But yeah, so that was one rehearsal. There's also another one where playing the game is was the scene. It was like the last ensemble number before Act 2, and so it was like this really creepy like scene where Mary Poppins yells at Jane and Michael for treating their toys so poorly, and so she's like she brings them like to life. And it was Valentine the doll and the teddy bear. So Valentine was Chrissy, the doll was my wife Aditi, and then the teddy bear was Amon. And so
There was like a clown at one point.
oh, the clown was Liam. That was also improvised.
And there's also like the red balloon with it. Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh god, that was so funny. Yeah, that's not the balloon we used, but it was so great. Like Liam was
Pennywise
technically
stuff.
Pennywise.
Oh yeah.
But so basically, like the actual people have to like climb out of the toy boxes, which was connected to the beds, and so underneath the bed is hollow. So Miss Matthews was like, "All right, get inside the bed," and Amon. I mean, she told Amon first. He's like, "Yeah, you do it first," and Amon was like, "What?" And so he was like on the verge of. Do you guys know Amon?
Yeah.
Is he claustrophobic? Or?
Yeah, he said, "Guys, I'm kind of claustrophobic," and Miss Matthews like, "No, look how much space you have in that bed." The bed was about like this wide and like this tall. So
all right.
Amon goes in. He's like, "What am I supposed to do now?" And Miss Matthews like, "Shuffle forward." And he's shuffling. All of Ensemble's dying, and then he has to like peep like kind of like go like this like off inside the box. He's like, how do I get up?
Turtle mode.
And Miss Matthews is like, upper body strength. I was like, I don't have any. So that was like an hour of rehearsal, just trying to get Aditi, Chrissy, and Amon like inside the beds and like popping up. And like during that same rehearsal, Anthony, he was like doing this thing where it's like this, but he makes like noises with the palm. And
Yeah.
Like the
I can't do it. Yeah. It's like a slapping. It's weird.
It's so weird. And so
I don't like it.
Anthony could do it, and all of like this, and like other people were trying it, and eventually all of Ensemble was just doing this. Miss Matthews was trying to focus on Amon, Chrissy, and Aditi. Looks over, she's like, "What the heck is happening here?"
Thanks, Anthony.
And she's like, "We're just trying to make sounds." Miss Matthews got so pissed. She's like, "Stop it right now!" But that was really funny. So yeah, we had a lot of moments like that. It's really nice.
Yeah. Just dicking around on stage. I mean, how else are you gonna fill up? How long was your average rehearsal? Would you say?
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
So that's after school from.
Yeah.
4:15 to 7:15.
And then there are the ones that go to like 11.
Yeah. So 2 weeks before opening night was tech week. I missed the entirety of the first tech week because I had the flu. So I missed all of school too. That was miserable. But that's when she also decided to change all the choreography and blocking for a bunch of the ensemble songs. So during we do flash mobs, right? So our first flash mob was the Super Cala, and it was in the Odd Lob, not the Odd Lob, the Noble Dome Auditorium. Not auditorium, oh my god, the Noble area. But and like supercalifragilistic, I'm like in the middle of that song, and so I had no idea what was going on. So like there's all these people completely synchronized, knowing exactly what they were doing because they had rehearsal every single day, and I was just like, wow, I don't know, I'm just gonna stand in the middle, kind of follow each other and just sing. And then I remember my friend Sai, she was like, "Nira, you had no idea what you were doing," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know, that's fine, it's fine, it's completely fine."
Everything is fine.
It only matters a week later on stage. Well,
I think I literally learned the choreography to Super like an hour before opening night.
how did opening? Oh, so okay. For the viewers at home, I didn't actually watch Mary Poppins because I'm a piece of
He's
shit.
an idiot.
I'm horrible. I promised Nira I would.
He literally did.
I did. And then like the Saturday, like I was busy one weekend, and then the next, I just like, I don't even know what I did that Saturday. I just didn't go to
These
TJ.
two did watch.
Yes,
Nice
these guys
people.
are great. Not to opening night. I want you to talk about opening night because I've heard so much from Neil Magno about the disaster it was. I love Neil.
What did you say
Shout out
his
to
last
Neil.
name was?
Is that not Magnol?
Lingam.
Wait, who's Magnol? It's no.
His
Lingam?
last name backwards.
Indranil.
Is Magnol? No, Lingam.
Yes.
Oh.
His
That's
last-
why?
Oh my god.
I thought it was actually Magnum. Why do I think it's Magnum?
Because that's his Facebook last name.
Okay. Well, then you can't blame me. He's never said his last name like in person.
Lingam.
His real name is Indranil. It's like the lightning
I
god.
love Neil.
Indranil. Yeah, he's great. We
I
kinda
killed
just-
him in Assassin. So I killed 6 people during Assassin with like the stock. I was
You're calling
great.
me a murderer. Look at Nira here.
I made a list and everything. I was like, man, I'm gonna win this game. So I called out Neil. I was like, Neil, I need to rant about something. My life is falling apart. And so I pull him out to the corner and then I hit him with the sock and he's like, you bitch. And I was like, oh wow.
Who ended up getting you?
Yeah.
Josh, mother girl! Oh my god, here I was! So I was just walking down the hall, casually minding my own business. I was like, man, I'm gonna get Molly, I'm gonna kill her, I'm gonna be the queen of assassin. And then Josh is like, whoop, you're dead. And I was like, no! I was literally like about to jump on him. Like, if you ask him, I feel like he'd be like, yeah man, Nira was really mad. I was really mad. I wanted to win.
It's all okay now.
I never understood how Assassin worked, honestly. Like,
You hit people with a sock and then they're
No
dead.
one else can see you and they can't see
Yeah.
you.
oh, okay.
I killed 3 people during
So-
the Mizman this year too.
Ooh.
And where'd you hide the bodies? Where are the bodies? Damn it, Nira!
That's interrogation.
It wasn't just February 24th, was it?
Give
No,
us the easy way or the hard way.
we're all bad cop. Nah, Tim here's just laughing his ass up. He's the intern.
I just gave you guys coffee.
Where are the damn donuts? All right. Man. Okay. Yeah. Opening night stories. Where was the disaster? Because he told me that it was. I mean, like I didn't know the specifics. Care to fill me in?
Ooh.
Does
Okay,
it just go
so
downhill at some point?
I think the main part was set changes. Like, oh my god, there were so many injuries opening night because we never.
Injuries?
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess break a leg.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you know how big the set pieces are, right? Like they were huge set pieces. You wouldn't know. But
Hey man, I would know considering this set right here. You see, this balloon is pretty epic.
It's a really expensive balloon.
$350 for Spider-Man, dude.
Tree fitting. Sorry.
About $350. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So basically during set changes it has to be a blackout, right? And so there was ensemble members and just like general members like on the wings of the stage, and so while the set was moving you wouldn't see that a set was coming at you until it hit you. So a bunch of people got their feet run over. There was bruises all over, like a bunch of text. Like Nikita, she's one of the she painted a lot of the set. She helped with that. She was like, yeah man, there's like bruises all over my legs.
Oh my god.
And so like I think that was like the disaster of opening night. Just like a bunch of injuries. We didn't know how to move around the set and everything.
But it only took one act to like get it all together, it seems, because
Kind of, yeah.
Wow.
So we kind of realized, and then the next day and the day after, a bunch of techs brought out like phone flashlights. There was glow sticks on the edges of the set and
That's
everything.
it's almost poi blackout glow sticks. You only need to start spinning.
Well, the sets were spinning. That's how we kind of.
That's only 2 sides to one side.
Oh yeah. I feel like I don't know where.
See, don't pretend like you know.
No,
You
no,
weren't
no.
there.
I was
They
not
did.
at Mary Poppins. No, but I've been at theater productions before, and I do remember them like spinning around sets. I always thought that was really cool. I was in 2 plays in my life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Story
Wanna
time?
talk about
Story
it?
time?
So there, first grade isn't much story time because it was Mr. Dinkelberg's Marigold Garden,
Wow.
and I was Mr. Dinkelberg. I still remember one line, Mr. Boggs. I don't remember the rest. And this is for sure. There is video on YouTube of me in that play.
No way.
Yes.
What grade is
Pull it up.
It's on Facebook. You could if you scroll
Pull it
far
up.
enough, it's
Yeah.
somewhere. Somebody tagged me in like, oh, throwback to first grade, man. I was like,
This
yeah.
high-pitched voice, Neil.
Mr. Boggs. It was all about like Jack Frost freezing a garden of
Jack
flowers.
Frost.
Yeah, Jack Frost.
I thought it was Mr. Dingleberry.
Yeah, so like I own the garden.
You were Mr. Dingleberry?
I was Mr. Dingleberry. Yeah, Dingleberry. Was it Dingleberry? It's probably Dingleberry. You got it wrong, and I think you got the title right, actually. So, all right, goes to show. 11 years ago, it was quite a long time. But yeah, like Jack Frost like froze flowers over, and I was like, hey, don't do that, Jack Frost.
You stop that.
Yeah.
Stop.
And then
Stop it, you.
the second performance was The Secret Garden in
Oh.
8th grade.
I see a theme here. A bunch of gardens.
Yeah, actually, I never really made that connection. But I wasn't in it. This time I played piano for it.
You play
And
piano?
I do play piano.
Now too?
He's a talented.
Kind of. I stopped in 9th grade because I hated it.
Piano. Oh, sad.
Ever since I stopped doing lessons, I kind of started liking it again. So now I play it. It's a love-hate relationship, on again, off again. You know.
Good.
Booty calls late in the night. It is how it is.
At
Half joking, like 11 p.m. I'll just like break out. My mom will be like, "Shut up!" Ah. Okay.
Just can't resist banging those keys.
You talking about my mom?
No,
We're talking about Okay, moving on. The Secret Garden. It was actually a duet. So me and my best friend at the time, Vindo. Shout out to Vindo.
Window?
Window. That's what we called him. Yes, Window.
Who read your essay, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You saw him in the Google Drive comments.
Really hit it off.
Yeah, really.
I also I did that. I contributed to your essays.
Thank you, Nira.
Yep.
Ananto.
Who haven't you given your essay?
Ananto was just. You were in the essay, buddy.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah. Don't even worry.
Okay,
about
you wrote my dialogue as if you were saying everything that.
Because it's more interesting that way.
Dark chocolatey soul.
Dark chocolatey soul.
Chocolatey soul through.
We're getting off.
Yeah, we're not reading my college essays. But so they didn't have piano, like they didn't have people to play the piano for the play. So they were like, "Hey, we'll pay people to have this role." And me and Vin were like, "Yo, money." Whoa. They never did end up paying us, which I will say.
Child labor.
Yeah, I don't know how I felt about that, but it was a fun experience.
The Secret Garden.
Secret Garden. So yeah, I was horrible. I'm so bad at sight reading. So I can play like one piece like that's like 15 pages long if I have like months to prepare for it, right? But just having like a month. So we had a month to prepare like 50 different pieces.
Oh.
So half of them were like duets between us too.
Ooh.
So it went. So Vin's fantastic at sight reading. So he actually like played my part sometimes. Like I wasn't great at piano. All right.
basically,
I'm
you
just
didn't
imagining
try.
like both his hands doing his part, like his head, like bobbing.
And I'm just like, bum. Yeah. Like that was it was actually a really funny performance.
Nice.
Seeing us. I just remember making fun of Archie, Uncle Archie, because he had a really cheesy song. He was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, Uncle Archie, how are you? I'm sad, or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, that's the extent of my theater experience.
Nice. I remember I wanted to try out for like my middle school play of Little Mermaid. And so I don't know how to read music, like especially in 8th grade because I'm chromatically trained, which is like in Indian classical style. And so it's completely different. And I didn't know how to like sing notes. Like I knew how to read music because I did violin in middle school, but I didn't know how to sing them. I was like, so I went to like the audition. Like there was like a board full of like folders for what you want to audition for, and I saw like music, like like what you would see when you're playing the violin, but for your voice. And I was like, I can't do this. So I picked it up, I put it down, and I was like, nah, man, I'm done.
See, that's what I should have done, but instead I was done. No.
Theater experience. All right, so this was sophomore year in Mary Beth Kochman's English 11 class, right?
Boy.
In order to Crucible,
Oh no.
right? And I'm just like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna play a role, do a little bit of acting,
Good.
right? Good.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So it's like the very last day, right? And for like the whole week, I was in that weird, the weird state where you're like not sick, but you're still like sick,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you just suck, but you know that you gotta like deal with it, right? So there's this part near like the very end of the play where it's me and Aditi, right?
Oh,
And,
Aditi?
yeah.
Ooh.
We're just like sitting there reading, right? And it's supposed to be like this really quiet, dark, like deep thing, right?
D.
Where I basically like confess my crimes because I like cheated on her, or whatever. Anyway.
Where are the bodies?
Yeah.
Aditi.
But the thing is, right? The whole time I could feel just like my nose dying. Okay, you know the part where like you need to wipe your nose really badly.
Yeah.
Didn't have any napkins. Okay, so the whole and you can't really like go like a in the middle of this deep dot, right? That just ruins the whole thing. Like I swear to God, I could hear Kochman like crying in the audience, like really quietly. So I'm just like staring down at my book because I do not want her to see me this way. Okay, like I make zero eye contact with her, right? And then I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm good. Maybe it isn't really that big a deal. So as I'm walking, towards like the front of the class for the next part of the scene, right? Vincent comes up because he's playing another character.
Vincent Carter.
And right, he just like whispers to me right before he says like, "Oh yeah, not to wipe your nose." And it's like,
Oh no.
Yeah.
If we're talking about like high school theater experience, like I can always go back to Romeo and Juliet, and that's not something I ever want to remember.
No thanks.
You're Juliet.
Well, I was not Juliet. We did get extra points if we cross-dressed, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Who'd you have?
Miss Harris. No, I might be mixing that up with somebody else. Maybe somebody other like. I remember
Another
one
one.
teacher had like extra points for people who cross-dressed.
Probably.
And Miss Harris doesn't seem like that kind of person. But
I don't know.
Tim, anything from you? I mean, you're a pretty artsy guy.
I don't perform.
You know, you're the more of the secluded
Zero-
guy who just
zero talent.
I wouldn't say that. You had
Mine-
edgy transcript. I get that now, though. It's not edgy anymore. I don't want to.
I still have to come with my actual one.
Oh,
Let's do
visual
tomorrow.
memoirs. Is
Sorry.
it tomorrow? Those do Tuesday. Okay, wait. No, let's not talk about
What?
global. This is not. We should be talking.
This is a safe space.
This is not a safe space. This is a roast.
I heard him on Saturday for the play, like Lulu's water bottle. With
Oh my god! 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 Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I can't believe I forgot about this. Okay. So there's this one ensemble song called "Flying a Kite," and it's like a very sweet scene. So this is right after Miss Andrews, like, kind of like hops in on the family and is like, "You gotta drink poison if you want to be a good." Yes. And so then Michael and Jane like run away, and they're like, "I can't do this." And then Bert is like, "Man, let's go fly a kite." And Michael's like, "Wow, I always wanted to fly a kite." And so then they start flying a kite, and there's a bunch of different like kite flyers. And Ensemble kind of just like walks in now and then, and kind of creepily just like admires the families flying their kite. So Liam was like my partner, and we're just like, wow, nice. And so there's one scene where like the kite is supposed to fly away, and it's like, oh no, the kite! And so what we did for the kites is like, so Avi attached like Avi and like a bunch of the taxi they attached like fish lines to like from the catwalk to the stage. So the catwalk, if you don't know, is like the area behind all the lights. And so so there was like, and like the kites was attached, so it looked like it was flying. It was really, really cool. And so when it was flying away, the kite got stuck on Lulu's water bottle and was taking the water bottle with it up to the catwalk, and like all her music was knocked off. You could see Lulu like fighting with the water bottle, like trying to like get it back. And so like everyone on stage was trying so like, and we were just laughing. It was so funny because Lulu was just like fighting for the water bottle, and the kite is like, "Nah, man, I'm taking it with me, ride or die." All of Ensemble is dying.
If I'm going up, I'm taking you with me.
Yes, and eventually she got the water bottle down, I'm pretty sure. But the kite blew up, and we were all dying. And so, basically the scene is supposed to be like, so Mary Poppins like gets like a spare kite, so it's a different kite, and it's like, wow, you brought the kite that flew away. And it's like, oh my god, Mary Poppins, you're back, because she left after playing the game, because she's like, nah, man, I can't deal with children like this. And so she comes back with a new kite, and everyone's like, wow. And the first like full row of the audience was just TJ Drama alumni. So they're like, they're just like, wow, it's such a late. Me too, same. So that was really funny. That was great.
That's It's kind of cool.
That's great.
Just a water flying. Yeah. Was it like a cross stage? Like
it was not a cross stage,
out
but
of
like.
the thing, right?
Went, like,
Yeah.
up,
It
right?
went like yeah. So like the piano was right below. It was like with all of pit, which is like right below the stage, right? And so it was just it's like the stage is here. Like this is the edge of the stage. The kite was like that.
oh, that's great.
That's great.
Show us what you got. Take one.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious.
So much to do, so much to say, so what's wrong with taking the back street? You're supposed to stop it, Nira! Stop it!
To the sing-off portion.
No, I started it again!
2 6-packs in the mic.
That was awful. Hi guys.
ads.
No, let's just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Yeah, we should never do skits again. It's a.
Or we should write them down.
Yeah, they don't work.
Walking
Yeah.
up a
I was confused because you weren't singing. Tim was the
Oh, I
only one
completely
singing.
forgot
Yeah.
to sing. I
Wow.
was too busy
What?
rocking
to
it.
What a
Yeah.
sing-off.
Okay.
So yeah, as Ananta was saying, we got a sing-off for us.
What?
3 versus 1. I mean, come on, we're a little bit
no.
outmatched.
Yeah.
We're gonna need as much manpower as we can get. Nira, don't hurt us too much. Let's
Let's try not to.
So we're what are we singing? We're singing Sia Chandelier.
Yes,
Actually,
I
let's-
believe
let's
so.
Do it.
Yeah. You have to have like the Mortal Kombat music in the background.
Yeah.
Round 1.
You
Oh,
want
right.
Yeah.
Pull up the karaoke.
There's some technical difficulty. I'm kidding.
I'm
Let's
so
just.
sorry.
So yeah, how much are we gonna sing? Let's
All
just
of
get
it. After the first
no.
chorus,
Let's just
right?
get after the first chorus. Pull up the Genius.
We
'cause
know
I
all
don't-
the lyrics.
Hmm?
Oh, but I guess
Oh,
has,
yeah.
it'll have the words.
Are
Oh,
we
yeah,
singing
yeah,
it together, or are we gonna do? Oh wait, we can take turns. Like, we after the first chorus, we like hop in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a yeah, that's the one that me and my friends use too.
Ready?
All right, why don't you start us off, Nira?
Party girls don't get hurt, can't feel anything. When will I learn? I push it down, push it down.
We're outmatched.
I'm the one for a good time call, phone's blowing up, ringing my doorbell. I feel the love, feel the love.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, drink. Throw 'em back till I lose count. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. Oh God, I'm gonna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist. From the chandelier, from the chandelier.
I think we're very well matched. Round of applause for
Yeah, I think these
Nira,
two were like
especially.
I mean, it was 3 versus 1. It wasn't that fair of a match. Sorry, Nira, but
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you guys obviously win.
yeah.
let's be honest.
I couldn't compete.
I got the bat. You better say we win.
Bad
I'm
cop.
so sorry. We will have to buy you some more glassware because
For-
Yeah,
For all the
I'm sure all my
shattered
glasses
window
are broken.
shattered. It's bad.
See?
There's
I
a
feel-
chandelier up there too, so.
Yeah, I don't, we're not panning up. Just no, don't worry.
Oh,
about
you
it.
can't
Trust
see. Oh,
us.
all right.
There's a Spider-Man balloon. That's what matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Very true.
I think that's the end of our show.
yeah.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of 2 Six-Packs and a Mic. Nira, once again, thank you so much.
No problem.
for
Thank
having
you
us
for
barge
having
into your
me.
house.
What a gracious.
That's
This
completely
was,
okay.
Yeah, this wasn't planned. We kind of just ran in.
Yeah.
I found her keys in her bag, and I brought the bat. It was late at night. I'm just gonna do it.
I have no response for this.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, we don't do skits. We don't act. I can't act for shit, as you can probably guess. I should have seen Mary Poppins. Maybe I have.
You should
You should
have.
have.
Moral of the story.
Isn't there a recording floating around somewhere?
There is. Our viewing night is March 16th when Mrs. Matthews comes back from her wedding and honeymoon. So.
Congratulations, Miss Matthews.
You should go to that, Neil.
To the
To the
wedding?
wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the
In
best
LA.
man. Are you kidding me? Come on.
I think it's in Vegas.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, all right. Let's put the dog down.
Alright.
What?
We'd like
Thank
to
you
for
thank
having
our
us.
audience. Remember to like and subscribe. And
Wow.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
You have any last words, Nira?
If you are underclassmen watching, you guys should sign up for theater. And if you don't, we're not going to have a drama department, and we're not going to have any more shows.
I feel
So.
like we should have talked about that, but you know what? Just
There-
like
there's always next time.
there's always
There's
next.
always next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye!